how can I manage my time more effectively? Now, this is something I talk to my clients a lot about, and there are a couple of key things I want you to think about. So, the first one is this: are you present to time? Now, what does that mean? Well, think about it for a moment. Are you someone who shows up late for meetings, for family gatherings, friends, and you do it consistently? Because if you are, what you're saying is that you're not present to time. And also, what you're communicating is that your time is more important than theirs. It doesn't land well. People rarely talk to you about it. They'll just say, oh, yeah, Penny, she's always late, or, whatever's going on. And it's not very respectful of others because you're not thinking about them. You're just thinking about your world. And if you want to I want you to get really present to your relationship to time so that you can manage it more effectively. So get present to time is the first one. The second one is if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. Now, this one's a game changer once you get used to doing it. I want you to think about everything that you do in a day. So if you're going to the gym, you've got a doctor's appointment, you've got to pick up the kids from school, whatever it is, you've got to get it into your calendar because there's only a finite number of hours in the day. And what happens is when you start to do that and you put absolutely everything in your calendar, you start to realize actually how much time you've really got in a day to complete everything you need to. And you'll realize that you've got less time than you think. So then you actually start allocating the right amount of time. And that also helps with if you're somebody who suffers from turning up late, that also helps you with that because you're now managing your time more effectively. The last thing I want to share with you is about adding buffer time to the end of your meetings. Now, I get people to do this because it gives you control of your calendar. You know how people see a gap in your calendar and they just plonk a meeting in, and they'll just and the if you add a buffer time, what that does is that helps to give you some control over your calendar. It allows you, especially after meetings, if you've got a big meeting and there are loads and loads of actions, lots of things to do, you've got to email people, you've got to delegate. It allows you to do that follow up immediately instead of waiting to the end of the day where you might, sometimes I know people have done like 4 or 5 big meetings at the end of the day, and then it can leave you working late into the evening, and that's kind of unnecessary. If you add that buffer time after a meeting and you discipline yourself to do all those follow up actions. Now, I deliver a whole workshop on time management with a huge amount of content. So if you think that might be useful for your organization, drop me a direct message, send me an email, get in touch however you wish to do so, and let's have a chat.